Alright, and we'll go first here. I'm gonna keep this hand. When I'm on the play, I like aggressively keep hands with Fevered Visions, which is kind of weird because once again, if my opponent's aggressive, like I do have a discard outlet and an amalgam, which means if I get there, on a discard outlet, I have a lot of stuff to come in. Obviously, we're looking for like Cathartic Reunion or Lightning Axe or something. Lightning Axe might be ideal against green-black. Opponent kept a one-land hand on 6. So I guess I'm just going to Fevered Visions again. Help him out a little bit. Another Fevered Visions. Okay. That's pretty sick. Let's see if he hit a land. He missed a land? Okay. Well, this is just kind of silly. 2 Fevered Visions. It's just going to kill him before he can kill me. I might not even need to cast any spells. Second opponent to discard 2 cards because of the Fevered Visions, which is pretty great. Can just hard cast the Stitchwing next turn. Don't think there's any way for my opponent to come back now. Do the Lightning Axe I needed. Don't have enough blue sources to flash back to Stitchwing and also tap his lands down, but... Okay, so it looks like he's playing the Brad Nelson deck, which is green-black energy, but with servants. Really don't think the servants are that impactful. It's possible they're like really good in the mirror or something, but not necessarily sure if that's true. Have not played that many green-black mirrors. I played the green... When we were testing, I actually played like a green-black energy list, like that Eric Froelich built, that was really good. But the problem was it wasn't good in the green-black mirror, because like you have Attunes and they have and they have Traverse, so late game that can obviously be a pretty big problem, because their top decks are Demonic Tutor and your top decks are Blip Bricks. Any creature... Ooh, it's a Harvester. I can't actually Fiery Temper that, but I don't think it matters. I think we just Fiery Temper his face. Actually, yeah, we just Fiery Temper his face. I was going to say I could just discard a Stitchwing and return it, but I can actually... he's going to go to 9. I can actually just Deep Fiend him the rest of the game. Oh, he's going to 7, not 9. And that's the game. Game has ended. Alright. Another green-black deck. So on the draw we want Lightning Axe, Fiery Temper, 2 Wretched Gryphs, taking out 4 Fevered Visions, and then we're boarding in a Nahiri's Wrath for a Tormenting Voice. And then that is it. Pretty used to sideboarding now that I've done it a few times. It does have main deck Harvester. Not really a big deal. Kind of annoying for us because it's pretty, not good, but it's pretty good against like Nahiri's. It plays well against like Nahiri's Wrath and Kozak's Return and stuff like that, because it blocks all our flyers and doesn't die to Kozak's Return. I don't think it's worth playing Release just because he's got the Harvester. Alright, game 2 on the draw. Just looking for Lightning Axes. I mean, obviously any reasonable Cathartic Reunion draw is good too. Lightning Axe and Kozak's Return are like super important. Solid hand. Maybe Nahiri's Wrath is just bad, honestly. I keep trying it out. It just seems like it costs 1 too many cards. The problem is it doesn't 1-for-1 well, which I think is kind of a big issue. Like, normally you can just cast a Lightning Axe or a Fiery Temper on a creature. And this is the bad art Lightning Axe, so the extra one. Not that it's random, so it's not really that telling or anything, but I think I'm just going to discard the Nahiri's Wrath. I think Nahiri's Wrath is good on the draw when like you don't have a Lightning Axe, because you can go... If you went like Constrictor and a Rishkar, I could actually, deal with that pretty well. I could just like discard 2 cards, like a land and like a Deep Fiend to kill them both. Because that's 9 toughness, so I'd have to discard a spell to kill them both. Ether Harvester is kind of annoying. I was hoping he was going to play something that I could Fiery Temper. I am going to play Untapped Land here. If he plays something that crews the Ether Harvester, I can pretty likely kill it with Fiery Temper. And this is where you see, like, against Green-Black, the extra Fiery Tempers and Lightning Axe are just so strong because they just give you, like, free fodder, basically. Don't love my spot here because I don't have an Amalgam. And I'm almost out of removal. I don't remember if Brad's list played Blossoming Defense or not. I guess I don't have an Amalgam, so there's no reason to do it in his main phase. And I can tap down all of his lands next turn if he doesn't kill my Scab, which is pretty strong. If he's got a Grasp, it's a little bit annoying, but, I mean, it's like a reasonable trade for me. Though it was a pretty efficient turn by him, which is kind of unfortunate. Another Deep Fiend. That's fine. We're just going to pitch that. This is why, like, sometimes Fever Visions could even be good on the draw, because sometimes you just run out of action. A Rishkar, okay. Kind of like locked underneath my Stitchwing Scab here. Don't love my spot, but don't hate it either. Opponent's not playing lands out. It's possible he's on removal spells or creatures. He's got such a... That lifelink is really actually annoying for my deck to kind of deal with. I guess Fiery Temper is kind of what I want to draw, or still Amalgams. Though in 2 turns, I'll have another... Like, next turn I can get my Stitchwing Scab back, and then the turn after that I can make another Deep Fiend. 2 Deep Fiends might actually just be enough to win. Actually, is it better to tap his black sources? I think it is. Cuts him off of some spells, and I don't think he can attack with his Rishkar. I guess this is really bad if he's got like a gruesome to the slaughter or something, but I'd rather leave him with Forest. Just cuts him off of like a Winding Constrictor or a Grimflayer or something, unless he's got a Swamp, which he does, but that's not a big of a deal. Alright, Amalgam? Amalgam or Fiery Temper are unreal draws. Kozilek's Return is pretty good, too, actually. Because I can... Actually, yeah, that's actually really, really good. Because now I can discard the Kozilek's Return and then Kozilek's Return him on the next turn. My other Deep Fiend will... Oh. What the heck? He's got a... He can't Grasp. I think he just... What card does it possibly be? 2 Blossoming Defenses? Alright, well... That's pretty good for me, but drawing the Kozilek's Return I think sealed the game anyway, because essentially I'm going to Stitchwing Scab this turn, and the next turn I'm going to Kozilek's Return whatever he plays. Like, the Rishkar was probably going to die anyway. The only reason that it could be bad is if he has a Verdurous Gearhulk. He's going to Grasp it. Yeah, I guess I kind of knew he had Grasp, but... It is what it is. Like, I'm still in a spot where I can wait, and at any point I can just sack my Deep Fiend to my other Deep Fiend to Kozilek's Return. Which I might have to do if he draws Gearhulk. So as long as he doesn't draw Gearhulk, I think I'm in pretty good shape. Obviously, I'm still in a spot where if I draw, like, Prized Amalgam, that's really good for me. Ooh, Gaunty. That's pretty strong. Don't really know how many great cards are in my deck for him to get. Maybe like nothing that kills Deep Fiend. The Death Touch is really annoying though. So if he activates Harvester, I think I should just kill both of his guys. Like, I don't think waiting... Well, I could wait 2 turns. I could wait 2 turns. But I think this is better. Because I can return my... Stitchwing next turn. Which is pretty solid. He's got 1 card off Gonti and 1 card in hand. So maybe... Oh, if I wait, like what? I take 3... I attack him for 5. I'm at 11. I discard 2. Yeah, maybe waiting, maybe firing it, maybe going is really greedy. Because he could have hit a Deep Fiend, though. So there's only 1 Deep Fiend left in the deck, which is kind of nice. If he hits like a Tormenting Voice or a Cathartic Reunion could be pretty good. Because it could get rid of whatever his last card is and draw him some cards. So maybe I'm supposed to wait. Like, my life total, it's not like he can burn me out. Like, Ballista can burn me out, but I'd basically be going to 8, essentially. I don't really know. It's going to be tough, because I'm gonna have to win with this Deep Fiend now. Plus the Amalgam, which, you know, the face down card is super scary, basically. And also, if I wait, I get to, like, tap his lands down for a turn. Verdurous Gearhawk. That's exactly what I did not want to see. Though, I would have gotten punished for waiting. No, I wouldn't have gotten punished. I would have had to do it in response to this. He'd still have a Harvester, but... I guess we're just going to the air here. Yeah, I don't like my spot. Do not like my spot. This would be a good spot. Ooh, that's actually a reasonable draw. Because I can, like, block trade. I had a lot of bricks there, so drawing something is nice. I could just be dead. Like another Gearhulk. It's probably going to solidify the game. Yeah. Oh, Advanced Stitchwing. That's something I can beat. What do I want to draw here? Like a Fiery Temper would be lethal. I think I'm just screwed. Have to chump the Stitchwing. Actually, no. I can go to 2. I can go to 2 life. Yeah, not having fewer revisions in play makes it a lot harder to go with Stitchwing. But it's one of those games where... Ooh, that's probably lethal, right? It's one of those games where I just needed to draw a Prized Amalgam to be able to compete. My deck is just a pile of crap when you don't have a Prized Amalgam. 3. Do I have outs? I don't have any outs. Yeah, I think I mistimed that Kozak's return. I think I should just wait. What I did is pretty bad, I think, for the most part. Don't think I want to hear his Raph. I can cut a Stitchwing Scab. On the play, I can probably cut a Wretched Griff. And a Tormenting Voice. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty silly. If I wait, he plays Gearhulk the next turn. I don't get to, like, have 2 Deep Fiends. I have to sack 1 Deep Fiend, but I kill the Gearhulk and his Gonti. He's left with the Harvester. And then he can, like, play a Stitchwing Scab off the Gonti with Harvester. In which case, I'm still probably winning with just a 5/6, but my Lightning Axe draw would have been pretty big. I think I would have probably won. Just the Gearhulk, like... Me using my Kozak's return before him casting it, it's possible he could have had a Gearhulk like the entire game and was just waiting for me to use the Kozak's return. I have to mulligan this, I think. Fortunately. No discard outlet. No double blue in this hand. Not great. Ooh, that's pretty good, though. Actually, having the amalgam is so nice. Last game was quite the struggle. Have a lot of good draws, too, obviously. Any amalgam. Fever Visions. Fiery Temper is probably okay. Kozilek's Return, reasonable. And Island also reasonable. Like, not the greatest draws, but sets me up for, like, if I draw Deep Fiend, I'm in pretty good shape. Let's see what he plays here. If he plays a Long Tusk Cub... Actually, Brad's deck didn't play Long Tusk Cub, I don't think. Siphoner, 2 energy. I think I just Kozilek's Return this. Don't really want him drawing extras here on me. Though we could get Transgressed, which isn't really that bad, I don't think. I just don't want him drawing extra cards. I think this is best. Maybe we rip like a Fiery Temper or another Prized Amalgam. Or another Stitchman. Like, we have a lot of good draws if we wait a turn. Basically making our dump for this better. Essentially. Harvester. Okay, I have Lightning Axe for that. Cathartic Reunion. Question is, yeah, I guess Sanctum is better than Fumarole. I can pitch my whole hand, though the Cathartic Reunion does dig me into, like, gas. So maybe I just take a hit from the Harvester. Discard the other 2 cards. Though the Harvester is really, like, the lifelink is really annoying, honestly. That card also really annoying. I think we just kill it. It's so weird, though. No, the reunion is just bad. I don't know if I have, like, enough. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to win, though, because I'm pretty much playing off the top again. But if I draw a land, that's pretty absurd. If I draw Deep Fiend, that's obviously really good. Really don't like that he's going to be drawing 2 a turn. But there's not really much I can do about that. Drawing an untapped land isn't the worst. It's possible I should save it in my hand, but I just want to put pressure on him, especially when he's paying life to draw extras. Grasp would be pretty bad here, though, because this is my only other blue source, actually. But looks like he's just taking it, which is nice. If he had Grasp there, my equity goes down so much. Like, it's going to be hard for me to win. But let's see what he has here. Gonti. Gonti's really, honestly, Gonti's really good. I bet Gonti's really good in the black-green mirrors, too. It's fine, though. He can only trade for an amalgam. This would be a proper turn to draw. What's it called? The Deep Fiend. It's not the worst, because I can actually trade for the Gonti and still have a blue source. And now he's low enough where his Dark Confidant's kind of risky. He probably blocks the land. Also, now he's dead to Fiery Temper for the rest of the game, which I have 4 of. Still have a Kozilek's Return in my graveyard, obviously, so if I do spike a Deep Fiend, that is. If he goes to 2 as well, off the Siphoner, then he's got Fevered Visions in out. Like, I have a ton of outs here. Okay. Let's see. So he has a Quagmire back. Hopefully we just draw one of our 8 burn spells in our deck, but oh, he's got a, what the heck? I don't even know what this is. A Deep Fiend? How did he cast it? Oh, he's got mana of any color. I see. I see. It's a pretty sick Gaunty hit. I forgot that he gets mana of any color. Alright, well, still have 2 draw steps to draw a burn spell. There's the Deep Fiend we always wanted. So that's double Deep Fiend, which is pretty nice. Can maybe even just lethal him. I mean, he has to deal with the advanced Stitchwing, obviously. Alright, let's think about next turn. I mean, I probably want to, if possible, Deep Fiend on his turn. If he's got a removal spell for Stitchwing, he can probably just use it on his turn. That way I don't get to Deep Fiend him like for free, like without losing a card. Transgress. Oh, that's so gross. Okay. Step 1 for him. It also sucks that I can't... Now I'm 2 cards away from returning my Stitchwing. Still have burn spell outs. Still have any Stitchwing I draw I can just card cast. Oh, he just scoops. Okay. I was going to say he tanked and transgressed me. That's like a play that you would do. Oh, we had a Stitchwing on top, so that was probably going to be good enough, even if he had a grasp. Alright. Closer than I would like, but not bad for a Malta 6 and a, you know,